Well, I am back, and I have a little bit of an observation about this thing here. Yesterday's video, when I showed the nice colorations, the sun, or so-called sun, what have you, sat primarily directly west. And that is the direction that we are facing. Now then, it is going on 5 o'clock in the evening, and the sun is in this location here. And with it being that high in the sky right now, if it continues on its pathway, then it should not go here, but way towards the northwest. It's like almost overnight the sun has changed its positioning and pathway. But of course, this is just my observation. But that is what I feel. And speaking of sky observations, this is how it is currently. And if you look through the trees, you can see what looks like striping going on, blue and white. That is how it has been all day. And surprisingly, it is even how it shows up on Doppler radar, which is very unusual because my observations usually do not correlate with the radar. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Ice age or flood? What came first? I live in Michigan. Michigan history dictates that the Great Lakes that surround the state of Michigan was carved out through glacier movement. And the fresh water within the Great Lakes came from the melt-off from said glaciers, from the Ice Age. But if we had the flood in between then and now, 40 days, 40 nights of rain, according to the Bible, and I'm not sure what it has to say in other writings, but because most of you are familiar with that, I'm going to stick with it. 40 days and 40 nights of rain. We all know that rainwater basically is fresh water. If you had water that covered the earth, that means that all the oceans and the seas, all the salt water had to rise, and salt water would have covered all of the lands. So how do we have fresh lakes? Fresh water lakes. Through common sense and connecting dots, something doesn't add up. There's a dot missing. So there's my thoughts. It's kind of a conundrum. Let me know what you think about it. I am highly intrigued. As I said, no answers, just something to ponder. And we are going to call that good. I will be back with my message to the Gemini people, but I am going to wait at least another day to see if there's an update with more information. As I said, it's kind of strange. So on that note, unless anything else should be seen, I will be back. But otherwise, hang tight.